What's going on, people? It's your man Pilf of the Earth Masses TV, and we're back with another one. Yeah? Now I have to say this off the top. This is for educational purposes, and I personally believe that Randy Fine won this election, and Dan Bilzerian's lying. He's a liar of a man. Randy Fine won, 100%. I don't know why Dan Bilzerian will be saying the things he's saying. He's crazy. Yeah. Dan Bilzerian's nuts, because look at this here, just quickly, elections. Come on, we're on YouTube now, right, so use your fucking mind. Wait there a minute, look at this, I've got this policy about how YouTube's election policies work, so you can look into that yourself. It's all one of these ones here. But listen, Dan Bilzerian, you're a very naughty man, lying about the Moody election. This election was 100% real, and there's no doubt about it. I don't know why Dan will be saying this for. You lost a legal and fair election. Stop being silly now, Dan, okay? You're 45,000 years old, yeah, so stop lying. Because Randy Fine, he definitely won this election. Why would you do that for? You see what I mean? Why would Dan be lying for? Come on, let's get into it then. So, Dan Bilzerian was running for, I don't know what, some sort of local political office in Florida, right? He ultimately ends up losing that election. Now, for some reason, Dan Bilzerian starts telling lies about the votes being moody, right? He's obviously, Dan Bilzerian's not well, he doesn't know. You come on, you see this one here? Wait till you see this. So, what you'll notice on your screen now is essentially the votes glitched, yeah? Early into the vote, how many counted? I'll make it big for you on the screen. Pause. I'll make it big for some of you zesty Dans out there. I know you like it big. Come on, pause. All puffy. Alright. On your screen now, you observe 27 votes, 27.3% of the votes in. Dan Bilzerian has 8,191 votes. And Randy Fine has 8,688. Yeah? We then click to this screen. So at this point, on the first screen, it's neck and neck, right? Dan's got 35.7%. Randy Fine's got 37.9%. So it's neck and neck. Two twos. Once 42% of the votes are counted, Dan's vote drops to 6,383. How's that possible? Yeah, obviously Dan Bilzerian, he's lying. That's how it's possible. Because Randy Fine won this election. I don't know why he's saying anything different. Because look. Yeah? So we know this is early in the vote. He has 8,191. And for some reason, Dan Bilzerian, he's so silly. Because the votes have gone up. The total vote count's gone up and he's lost votes. So Dan's a silly man. Bro, you lost, man. Yeah? And as men, we need to kind of be accountable here. Yeah? You lost votes, buddy. That's how it works, right? You win some. I think they say you win some, you lose some. So listen, you had 8,000 votes after the first 25%. Then you had 40% of the votes totally counted. And you lost votes. That's how it works, right? Think about it. You've got 8,000 votes in the bag. Right? More people vote and then you lose votes. Yeah. 100%. Dan, you silly man. Right? 100%. Dan, you are one very silly man. Okay? And there's no doubt about it. Just in case you think that's slop, someone else took a different screenshot. So at this point we see 27.3% totally counted, which is the same as Dan's original post. This other guy showed another snapshot when 33.1% was totally counted. So we've gone from 8,191 here to 4,841. So again, he's got 8,000 votes. And because Dan's mind doesn't work properly, because this is about Dan, Dan's got it wrong here. Dan, you silly man, you lost this election, buddy. Just suck it up now. That's how voting works. You have 8,000 after 27% are counted. And then 33% are counted and you lose 3,000. That's like, come on, stop playing. Yeah? Why is Dan being so silly for? Bro, you lost a fair and legal election. It's not right to question those things either, Dan. Okay? No doubt about it. Come on. We got some more slop here. And like I said, this is educational. I believe Randy Fine, 100 million %. I bet my life on it. Dan, we all need to be grown-ups now. We've heard he rigged this election. We've rigged that election. It's not right. People like Dan Bilzerian go around claiming elections are rigged. Because Randy Fine definitely won this one here. Yeah, and Randy Fine's a great leader as well. If I could pick a leader on earth right now, I'd pick Randy Fine for sure. Yeah, 100%. I wish Randy Fine would come to the UK now actually and start ruling here too. How can I vote for Randy Fine to come and manage the state of Northampton? That's what we need to do. He'd sort it all out for sure. Yeah, and there's no doubt about it. Okay, what other slop we got on here? Some other people have claimed some other things. Right there. I haven't even got it all lined up. Wait there a minute. Here we go. No, that's not the one either. Where are we? Please. We need this now for the masses. Please, man. Don't tell me I've lost it. No, don't stop playing, man. I did a sick one for you, man. I really did. Wait there. Just sit there for a second. Just sit there and let that TikTok brain rot leave your body. Because we're going to get there in a... I can't believe... I've sat here for half an hour trying to line all this up, man. That's diabolical. It's got to be here somewhere. Wait there a second. It should be on here. Here we go. This will do. So someone questioned JI, aka artificial intelligence, saying to what's the deal here? How is this possible? How is it possible to have 8,000 votes? The voting continues and you drop down to 4,000 or 6,000. This is what JI says. The claim of election fraud is incorrect, which of course, artificial intelligence is 100%. Dan's a liar. That Moody Counting's also a liar. And Randy Fine won the election, for sure. I'd bet my life on it. Yeah? No doubt about it. Here we go. The claim of election fraud is incorrect. Flagler County experienced a tabulation error that temporarily reported Dan Bilzerian with approximately 60% of the vote. The error has since been corrected, with Dan Bilzerian at approximately 20%. Thank you for that. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Oh, error. Classic, man. That's a classic. Some people say, oh, fucking me, fuck you. Oh. There's always some error, isn't there? That's what some people say. I don't think there was an error in this case, though. For sure. There was no error in this case, but that's what often happens, right? Because, of course, it's technology. Yeah? And some people have said for a long time. Dan Bilzerian said, in fact, not me. Yeah? Dan Bilzerian said, wrongly, why aren't elections done? We've got all this digital ID stuff now, haven't we? Why aren't they digging that up in there? If you want to watch a moody porno in the UK, your ID's in there. Why are we not doing IDs now? And also, with all this technology crap they've got, why haven't we got... I'm not a crypto bro, but still, the blockchain bro, make some blockchain thingy, make some tech thingy. So it's all, we can all check out open, what do you call it? Open ledger rubbish. I'm just spewing words now, but I'm sure you can understand the sentiment. Make it where we can go on there and see what's going on. And all the crypto nerds can work it out and prove. That's what Dan Bilzerian says. I don't think we need to prove that elections are real. I think they're all real. Like I said, I'm not questioning nothing. Yeah? Every single election they've pumped out to the masses is 100% real. I can't believe Dan Bilzerian's so silly as well. Come on, bro. What do you mean? Yeah? What are you implying, Dan Bilzerian? Are you implying? Are you really going to do that? How can we have people on this planet really questioning elections? It's not good enough. It's not good enough, Dan. You need to grow up, buddy. Yeah? Just, what are you trying to say? Because your votes went down, it's a bit moody. No. This is legit. Yeah? This is kosher. This was a kosher election. 100%. And I'm sick and tired of people claiming otherwise. Yeah? Do you hear that, YouTube? I'm sick and tired of it. People like Dan Bilzerian, they create an environment of people not believing in elections, and it's not right. I won't stand for it. Yeah? Just because a few of your votes disappeared, who do you think you are to criticise the counter? Right? Who are you to criticise the kosher counter? Seriously, let's have that conversation now. Who do you think you are? What, because you lost a few votes midway through a thingy, through an election? Don't be so silly. Yeah? Them results was legit. Okay? And we've got to, come on, we've got to do better than this, Danny. Yeah? Losing a few election points during an election, losing a few votes during an election don't mean nothing. Like they told you. Where it at, man? Come on. It told you here. Look. Okay? It was a tabulation error. Okay? And it says here, what is it? It's a tabulation error. Flagler County experienced a tabulation error that temporarily reported Dan Bilzerian with approximately 60% of the vote. The error has since been corrected. So they told you. They've corrected it. Yeah? It's one of them ones. They corrected it, bro. What do you want me to do about that? They corrected it. They fixed it for you. They put the right answer in there. Okay? So stop spinning these conspiracy theories. It's fine. You lost some votes when people were voting, and they've fixed it. They've retabulated it for you. Yeah? There's nothing else to be said. And I don't know why Dan Bilzerian would say such a thing as well. Right? The great United States of America. Why would you want to undermine, Danny, this legit halal election? Why would you want to do that for? Seriously. Yeah? Like I said, losing a few votes during an election, that don't mean nothing. Because they will retabulate it like they did. So what are we doing here, man? You got to grow up, Danny. Yeah? That's what you got to do. Anyway, there was some more interesting... Where is it? Let's get to some of this. Because, listen. Thomas Massey, who also... where is he? Kentucky. Right? Some people say... Dan Bilzerian and Thomas Massey say, which I believe them to be incorrect on, they both claimed, the elections are moody, which they're wrong on. The elections are 100% kosher. Right? But they claim, some idiots online, some conspirators online who are wrong, claim, watch this here. So Massey in 2024 had, how many votes, what are we looking at here? Had 39,000-ish votes. The best part of 40k actually. And his votes increased about 20%. Yeah? Massey's opponent, who popped out of nowhere, nobody ever heard of him before, Ed Gallerin. And he's part of the other votes, obviously. So other votes rocketed how many times? 5 times, from 12,000 to 58,000. Just off the chart. And I saw a chart. I tried to find it again. But when I was searching Twitter, I did see a chart. And it's like the lines are like that, and then to the moon, right? Even if it did, even if the lines were like that, and then one started going to the moon, that's not true. Okay, that wouldn't mean nothing. It would still be a kosher election. Okay, don't matter what you see, don't matter how many votes disappeared, or how many extra votes. Whatever they tell you is the actual number, of course. Yeah, for sure. And anyone disagreeing that the official government numbers are not the government numbers, are conspirators, and it's unacceptable in today's society. Whatever number they tell you is the number. Okay? The votes went down. Not interested. They've told you what it was. They've retabulated it for you. That's what they've done. Now, moving on, I will say, Dan ultimately ends up with 18% of the votes. And he wasn't really doing much of a campaign, right? I think he could have put more work in if he wanted to win. I'm not saying he should have wanted to win. Like I said, I like Randy Fine. I think he's the best thing on since sliced bread. I wish we had Randy Fine everywhere. I wish I could have him. I wish I could have him in my house too. You see that there? I fucking love Randy Fine. I love that he won this thingy. I love that he won whatever he was doing over there. He's the best ever. Okay, but still, Polymarket and Polymarket runs odds now for every single possibility on Earth, essentially. And I'm not going to lie, Polymarket, these prediction markets, had actually quite a chilling effect on, what would you call it? I'd argue on voters. Even myself, when I saw Dan Bilzerian winning, of course I wanted Randy Fine to win. I wasn't pushing for Dan Bilzerian at all, but once I heard he was winning, I kind of perked up to it. And then when I saw on Polymarket at 1%, what did that do? I thought, well, there's no point, is there? But it turns out in the actual thingy, allegedly, he got 18%. Do you see my point? I don't live in Florida, but if I did, it almost makes you feel like, oh, what's the point? He's not got half a chance. You can see it on your screen now. They've got him at 1% here before the event, even though we know he goes on to get 18% in the official numbers. Allegedly. Oh no, tell a lie, that's the real number. What was the number they said it was? That one is the real one, 18% for sure. There's no alleged about it. What Dan Bilzerian is saying is alleged, and only alleged. In my opinion, Dan Bilzerian's wrong. He should never question it. I don't know what kind of tip he's on. Yeah. I was gonna make another point though. What was it about? Oh, I think, in fact, I got a tweet for it. Here we go. Someone's mentioned. I don't live in the States, obviously, but someone's mentioned here. And this person's wrong as well. Mindy, who's also wrong for sure. I disagree vehemently with her position. However, she said, how did you lose votes that were already counted as the day went on? They did the same thing multiple times during Gavin Newsom's recall on live TV and called it a glitch. We can't vote our way out of election fraud. It's not election fraud, number one, Mindy. You're wrong there, right? But the point is, some people are saying, it's a glitch. You see that there? You do, they like hitting you with that, hey, it was a moody glitch, man, don't worry about that. I think Bush and Gore as well, way back when. And what I find interesting, thinking about Trump, do you remember when Trump was, this was rigged and that was rigged? He was supposed to come in and, if he really believed it, which he claimed to, right? Why hasn't he come in and made it open source maxed, right? Crypto, whatever maxed. Ledger, bro, look at it. Get all the crypto nerds on there to check it. I'm not a tech bro. I couldn't tell you what's on there. But I know some crypto nerds will be checking it out, right? Why not do that? And I don't think anything. I think the current system we have is perfect. Some people will say, though, if it's democracy, why would you not want it all public? Obviously, you don't need your personal names there, but you could all have I don't know, again, there's a way of doing it that it can be verified. I should be able to put my unique code in and check that that's correct to verify it. I guess the argument is it wouldn't matter, right? From people like Dan Bilzerian's perspective, if the powers that be want to rig something, they're going to rig it. They're going to have all the back end, right? Not a scrap. So listen, ultimately, people like Dan Bilzerian say you can't vote your way out of any issues you have. People like Dan Bilzerian say, who I disagree with, you can't vote your way out of this because if your votes will disappear. And I disagree with Dan Bilzerian. He's wrong. Yeah, the numbers they give him was the correct ones. The votes he lost halfway through it, it worked out. Yeah, like they said, they retabulated it for you, man. They retabulated that. Oops. Yeah. A few votes. What do you want? Come on, Dan. What do you expect? A few votes went missing halfway through. Yeah. How can you bring the whole integrity into question just because a few thousand of your votes went missing halfway through, bro? You can't do that. It's not right. I don't believe. Yeah. The numbers they tell you are the correct numbers every day of the week, and I'll have no more said about it. Yeah. When the government gives me a number, I say you're damn right. Right. If the government piss on my head and tell me it's raining, I say that is rain. That's what I do. And there's no doubt about it. Okay, what other slop we got on here? So a lot of these guys, they like Trump, they take these narratives and don't follow up on them. If he really believed the things he was saying, why hasn't he brought in change? Yeah? I'll tell you why. Well, I won't tell you why actually, but listen, it's one of them ones. They know what they're doing. Yeah? They know what they're doing. A lot of these guys are political grifters. Well, Trump surely is. Jumps on something. What man does that? Jumps on a narrative and then don't fix it. Yeah? Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. I'll emphasise again, Dan Bilzerian's wrong. Yeah? These election numbers are 100% legit. And anyone saying otherwise is slow and misinformed. Okay? He lost this election fair and square. The numbers are 100% kosher maxed, right? They've stamped it. That's it. So Dan, like I said, you need to grow up, educate yourself. Yeah, one of them. Let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe. Leck off the bell. Smash the like button as well, I'd appreciate it. And I'll catch you, man, on the flip. Oh yeah, one last thing actually. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, about Polymarket. Polymarket, for me, it chilled the want to get out and vote. Not that I'm from Florida, but even so. My point was, people who support Dan Bilzerian, of which I don't, Randy Fine is my main guy. However, people who support Dan Bilzerian, he needed to be more active. Sitting on Twitter wasn't enough. But to some extent, this is the curse of politics. People who really fiend. I don't think Dan Bilzerian's, listen, he's not a perfect person, but I've got quite a lot of respect for him because he doesn't have to. He didn't need to run, did he? And also, he's admitted his problems in the past as such, and allegedly seen the light, right? So what we end up in politics is the people who really want it and need it tend to be for their own ends. Does that make sense? Those are the ones who push there and are out there on the campaign trail every day knocking doors because they need it to live. The best politicians, arguably, are guys who don't really want to do it, right? They're doing it as part of a duty rather than, oh, I'm trying to get something out of this. So that's why most politicians tend to be useless. But listen, that's why I'm glad we got Randy Fine at the end of the day. Because he's the best of both worlds, right? Randy Fine is a fucking... If he was here now, I'd blow him. You see that? He's fucking well good, man. I'm so happy he won. Proper happy he won. And I'm really happy for the residents of Florida as well that he won. Anyway, I'm out of here. 11:84. Smash the like button, hype button, and I'll catch you, man, on the next one. Bye.